Hello people, I'm the Comic Book Gamer, and today I'm going to be talking about some SJW Marvel editors. I'm going to be talking about Heather Antos and then another Marvel editor who chimed in on this whole thing that happened. So, what happened was someone that follows me on Twitter tagged me in a tweet that Heather Antos made saying that Rose Tico is greater than Boba Fett. So before I continue, I just want to say spoilers for The Last Jedi. If you haven't seen it, there will be spoilers. It's not like anything too huge. I don't think I'm going to cover, like, there's some stuff, but nothing like that huge, but it is spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie and you want to go in not knowing anything, don't watch the rest of this video. But anyways, let's continue. So I replied to her tweet saying Boba Fett was instrumental in the capture of Han Solo and was the only guy that posed any sort of threat to the heroes of the Sarlacc pit. Rose almost got the entire resistance killed because she wanted to save her crush, who she also almost killed. And I think that's a pretty solid argument. I'm not saying Boba Fett is the best Star Wars character. I love Boba Fett. I'm mad that he went out like a punk in Return of the Jedi, but overall I think he's a cool character, and he did have a pretty good effect on the films, considering the entire Empire had no clue how to track the Millennium Falcon or figure out where they were, and Boba Fett was the man that did it. And without him, they everything on Cloud City wouldn't happen. Without Boba Fett, that movie is drastically different because they would not know how to track the Millennium Falcon. So Boba Fett played a huge part in Empire Strikes Back. Return of the Jedi, not so much, but still at the Sarlacc pit scene, if you rewatch that, he's the only one who does anything. He almost kills Luke, but then Han gets lucky and, hits him in the back, and he just gets, he goes out like a punk. I don't have any problem admitting that. It sucks, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense how he went out, because Boba Fett is there prioritizing the Jedi that is kicking everyone's ass, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna kill this guy. He's not thinking about the blind dude that's right there, and then Han just gets a lucky shot, and that's how they win. And that's pretty much how Han wins everything, is getting lucky, because Han's not the most skilled dude. But anyways, Heather Antos replied to my tweet saying, amazing, every word you just said was wrong, which is a quote from The Last Jedi, because she had no counter argument to what I just said, because what I said was actually correct in every single way. Everything that I said was objectively true about Boba Fett being instrumental in the capture of Han Solo, because without him, they wouldn't have been able to capture Han Solo, and he's the only one that does anything at the Sarlacc pit. You take him out of the Sarlacc pit scene, there's no tension in that at all, because literally nothing else happens. He ties up Luke and almost kills him. No one else does anything ever. The only other tension would be like Lando almost dying. That is it. But anyways, through this, I got a bunch of replies from people. My Twitter blew up for a little bit, so thank you, Heather Antos. I actually earned like 10 followers from this, so I thank you very much for this. I was very appreciated, and I got a video idea out of it, so yeah, thank you a lot for replying to my tweet and getting all upset about it. I think it's great, because she's mad that when she read my tweet that everything I said was factually true, and she just had to, I'll quote the movie. That'll get all the people that love The Last Jedi to just like my tweets, all the SJWs and everything that follow me. They'll just like my tweet and clap like the trained seals they are, and they did. She got a lot of likes on that tweet. But anyways, moving on, Tom Brennan, who's some dude that I had never heard of, but apparently he's an editor for Marvel, responding to my tweet saying, Boba Fett pratfalled into the Sarlacc pit, Rose saved Finn's life. Me even replying to your tweet reminded me that we all die alone. Well, maybe you, Tom Brennan, but I don't plan to die alone. Anyways, what happened with Boba Fett and Rose? Let's talk about that real quick. So Rose saved Finn's life. Yes, she did. But in the process of that, it was very likely that she was going to kill both of them and they were going to die for nothing, to where if just Finn died, he saved the Resistance. Because it would have taken the First Order a lot longer to get another battering ram to get there. And so in between that time, who knows what could have happened? They could have found an escape plan or something. Who knows what could have happened in between that time? Finn would have bought them a lot of time by taking out that Death Star battering ram. But Rose is so selfish, she's like, no, I want to save my boyfriend. Well, the guy that doesn't even like me, but I have a huge crush on. So she goes, risks both their lives and saves him, and then gives the corniest line of dialogue in the entire movie. The worst line. Let's talk about it. It's not about fighting those we hate, silly. It's about saving the ones we love. It's something along those lines, and it's so bad and it's awful. And then she gives him a kiss, and John Boyega looks so confused as to why she's kissing him, and it is just like one of the worst scenes in the movie. It's so bad. So yeah, she saved Finn's life. Yes, she did, but she almost got them both killed for nothing, to where at least if Finn died, he would have died for something instead of them both dying just because she wants to bone Finn. Just because she's like, oh, I like there's my crush right there. I want to go save him. Literally just the worst character. I hate Rose Tico. She's an awful character. She's just so bad. She's literally just in there for diversity. They even said that originally they wanted it to be Finn and Poe that went to Canto Bight, but then their excuse was, oh no, it sounds like Finn and Poe are the same characters, like they're too similar, we need people that are a little different from each other. That's not why at all. You know the reason they did it was just because diversity and to appeal to the Chinese market, which is very smart to get more people from to get the Chinese market to go watch the movie. But you know that's the whole reason they did it, for diversity. And that's the whole reason I'm hearing people like this character. Everywhere on Twitter, from like Mark Wade to just regular people I see saying, I'm so happy that there's an Asian woman in Star Wars. It's like, okay, what do you like about her character? She's an Asian woman. You see that these SJWs have no like argumentative skills at all. They have no clue how to argue or how to like present a proper argument. They have no reasoning for anything. It's just because. Why do you like Rose? She's an Asian woman. Anything particular she did in the movie that you liked? Anything interesting about her character? She saved Finn. Okay, why did she save Finn? Because she had a crush on him. That is like the stupidest reason when he's about to say he's about to make a heroic sacrifice and buy the entire resistance a lot of time. Because at that time, they don't know the Millennium Falcon's coming. They don't know Luke is coming. So at that time, that is literally the only option they have. So Rose is the most selfish character in this entire movie because she is willing to risk the entirety of the resistance just to save her crush. Because the entire resistance is going to die now because of her. Because they don't know Millennium Falcon and Luke are coming. So the entire resistance is about to die because Rose wanted to save her crush. That is the most selfish character in like all of Star Wars. Or well, I mean, at least in this movie. That is the most selfish character in this movie. That is bad. That is such a bad character. That is an awful, poorly written character. Ah, man, I hate Rose. But anyways, imagine if coming out of Empire Strikes Back, everyone was like, I like Lando because he's black. I'm glad there's just a black man in Star Wars. No, that's not why people liked him. People liked Lando because there was actually stuff to him. He was an actual character. He wasn't just there being like, I'm here for diversity. No, Lando was a great character. There was actually stuff to him. There was interesting. You saw the fact that he wanted to help his friends. He wanted to help Han, but at the same time, he had himself to take care of and the people on Cloud City. So he had a choice to make. A very interesting choice, and he felt really bad about it and was torn in between it. And so he tried to make it right in the end. There's actually interesting characteristics to Lando, unlike Rose, where there's nothing, and you can tell she's just there for diversity. Lando was an actual character. Rose is just a diversity plug. Like, that's the whole reason she's in there. A diversity, what the hell? Anyways, I also got some interesting replies from a bunch of just random Heather Antos followers coming at me with their pitchforks. Someone said Boba Fett has to have Han handed to him in a literal silver platter by his boss, and also gets his ass kicked by a blind guy at the pit. Did you miss the part where the Empire was begging people to find the Millennium Falcon because they could not find it? That's not them like, oh, we got him on a silver platter. No, they could not find where Han went. They had no clue where the Millennium Falcon was. So it was up to Boba to go and track it. And out of all those bounty hunters, Boba was the only one that was able to find him. That shows some skill right there. And then you have other small details like on Cloud City when it's Luke goes up and he's like sneaking around and he draws his blaster out of his holster. You see Boba Fett like turn to the right real quick because he hears that Luke's there. The only guy besides like Darth Vader, who probably senses him through the Force, that knows Luke is there on Cloud City. I think that's pretty badass. But anyways, and guy's ass kicked by a blind guy. Again, we talked about this. He saw Han as a non-threat and was going after the Jedi that was murdering everyone. Because if you look at that scene, Luke is like baseball batting through a bunch of dudes, just murdering everyone. So of course he's prioritizing that over the blind guy who he thinks can't see anything. But again, I still have no problem admitting he went out like a punk. I wish he would have went out differently. But anyways, got some other replies from Danny Matheson saying, "Oh honey, put your hand down," which is another one of those typical SJW replies of we have no solid argument, so we're just gonna say you're wrong. I got a lot of this. A lot of people saying you're wrong. It's like, why? I don't really have any reasoning for it. Just want to say you're wrong. That's basically how it goes. And Danny Matheson, if you look at Danny Matheson's bio, middle-aged, pissed off, she, her, queer as AF, trans dyke who spends her days plotting Trump's downfall, beautiful and terrible as the morning and the night. I know beauty's subjective, but from my point of view, okay, I'm not about making fun of people's appearance. I'm just gonna say it's a very interesting bio you have going on there, Danny Matheson. that is very. I wish you all the luck in the world with your downfall of Trump. I hope you're successful in your mission. This was the best part. This is probably the best thing to come of all this, was this person replying to me. Just look at that bio. That is like, that is amazing. But anyways, the point of this video was just to basically say these SJWs still have no clue how to argue or what a solid argument is. They're just in it to say, here's my opinion on something. I have no reasoning for why I formed this opinion other than political views. Just, oh, I like, things should be more diverse. Oh, there's a diverse character, so I like that diverse character. Why do you like that diverse character? Because they're diverse. Oh, they give someone to look up to, but if you give someone a character that's garbage to look up to, what's the point? Like, you want to give them a cool character to look up to. You don't want to give them Rose Tico. Ugh. Something that I forgot to say that I want to add right now while I'm editing is, do these SJWs think that minorities are incapable of looking up to and identifying with someone that is a different race than them? Because if so, that is beyond stupid. You know there are tons of minorities that look up and identify with Captain America, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, tons of other heroes, tons of people, myself included, identify with other people that are different than their own race. I can really admire John Stewart as a soldier and see what he's done as a Green Lantern and see that that guy's a hero and want to be like that guy. I can also, when I first saw Empire Strikes Back, even still, see how charming Lando was, how awesome Billy D. Williams was as Lando, and look up to him and be like, man, I want to be like that. I want to have the swagger that Lando has, even though he's a completely different race than me. That race doesn't mean that you, oh, if this person's a different race than you, nope, that means I can't identify with them. No, that's not it at all. I don't get that mindset of, oh, this person's a different race from me, so that makes them completely different and I cannot identify with them and see myself in that character whatsoever. I don't get that mindset that SJWs have. It makes no sense to me. Anyways, back to the video. But anyways, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts on all this. If you like Rose, that's fine. If you like Boba Fett, that's fine. If you hate both characters, that's fine. I don't really care. If you have your opinion, just have good reasons for why. Have your own reasons, like actual reasons for why you like these characters, not just diversity like a lot of these people do. But anyways, again, hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys later.